Alrighty guys, we are going to go ahead and get the show on the road. Welcome back to another video right here on my Twitch live streaming channel, DZPalomino. If you guys watch me on Twitch, this is pretty much the early access before it becomes available as a rerun on my YouTube channel. You guys watch me on YouTube, welcome to the rerun, where we can get back to playing another episode of The Chase. The Chase is on, fellas, and we are here at playlist episode number 14, if I remember correctly. So much happening in the DZPalomino network right now, fellas. You guys know what's up if you've been keeping up with the network for a while now. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start playing, shall we? If you guys want to support, you can support the bottom of the screen, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, or you want to utilize the sponsor at the top of the screen, the Ember app, which you can download on your smartphone with an invitation code. You guys watching the rerun, Boost's code is also available in the description box down below. And if you guys been watching for the DZPalomino network for a while now, you guys know what to do. Alrighty, folks, want to go ahead and jump right into it. Now, just before we get started, for any first timers watching this particular video in the middle of the playlist, if you guys want to catch up with the playlist link is also available in the description box down below. You can watch it in chronological order, backwards, mix and match, however you want, until you're up to date with all 14 episodes as of the availability of this rerun. Alrighty, folks, I don't want to say too much else. We're going to go ahead and do just like we did when we twist things up a bit in the last episode. Do one question shootout, then a couple rounds of that, then a couple rounds of cash builder, and one or two rounds of the chase, depending on where things turn out. And then we move on to the final chase. Alright. We go up against the Sinnerman for a human body question. Alright. Which of these adjectives is most associated with the conditions rhinitis? Navel. Nasal. Alright. Lost. Okay. Alright, I can't remember the name of this chaser. Okay. We have a quotations question. She might have fooled me, but she didn't fool my mother. Appeared in which film? Psycho. Solve movie. Alrighty, fellas. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Cash builder. Alright, 1 minute on the clock. Which of these U.S. peaks is not a volcano? Mount Whitney. Which car company was once known as Basic Motor Work? BMW? Figured it's all in the name. Which of these towns is furthest west? Eastlay. Yes. Which of these is a dialect word for asparagus? Sparrowgrass? Yes. Which of these does not form part of a triathlon? Horse riding? Yes. Which of these was a 2015 single released by Maroon 5? Salt. No, sugar. Which of these films is set furthest east? Gandhi? No, lost in translation. Which of these animals is not marsupial? Wolverine. Which of these state capitals has the largest population? Des Moines. Nope, Phoenix. Nice, only got 2 wrong, I think. Alright. We close off the first round of Cash Builder with $60,000. Alright. Cash Builder attempt number 2. 1 minute on the clock. In a proverb, forbidden fruit tastes what? Sweetest. Which of these creatures has 2 legs? Wapiti? No, Jabiro. Which of these is the state reptile of Massachusetts? I think it's an alligator. No, garter snake. What is the title of Pixar's 15th film animation? Oh boy. Upside Down. No, Inside Out. Egg Chasers is the nickname for players of what team sport? Football? No. Rugby. Which of these words describes someone who is munificent? Mysterious. No. Generous. Which of these French wine regions lie furthest north? Champagne. Yes. Which of these can describe both a cat and a butterfly? Eggshell. No. Tortoiseshell. Out of all the playlist episode files, I think this particular round of Cash Builder is actually my worst performance yet. Now we move on to The Chase. Okay, it's going to be between the Shark and the Menace. Well, I did go up against the Shark in the last playlist episode, so we're going to go up against the Menace. Starting offer is 1 million. Low offer is 200k. High offer is 13 million. 13 mil. Alright, question number 1. How did American inventor Thomas Edison propose to his second wife, Mina? Morse code. I think I remember reading that up somewhere. The Chaser got the first question correct. Alright, question number 2, played by Lawrence Oliver, who put down the slave revolt led by Spartacus. Crassus? Yes. The Chaser got it correct. Which of these horse trials is not considered part of the Grand Slam of Eventing? Ooh, not sure. Badminton? No. Bramham. The Chaser got it correct. I'll use a pushback. Which word is missing from the Harry Potter title? Harry Potter and the what of the Phoenix? Order. Yep. The Chaser got it correct. The musical Copacabana features music by which American singer? Tony Bennett. No, Barry Manilow. The Chaser got it correct. Got a maximum of 2 pushbacks left. I'll use one. In 1941, which American president made his For Freedom speech? FDR? Yes, it's FDR. The Chaser got it correct. Which of these species of ape is most closely related to humans? I think it's chimpanzees. Yes, chimpanzee. Okay. The Chaser got it correct. Alrighty folks, it is down to this last potential question. John Travolta played the disco dancer Tony Manero in what 1977 film? Grease. Oh, wait. John, Saturday Night Fever. Oh, boy. I actually mistaken it for Danny Zuko. Dang it. Because every time I saw every time I heard the name John Travolta, I think of Danny Zuko. Freaking! In which sport is it usual to make screw shots, draw shots, and safety shots? Football. No, snooker. The chaser got it correct. Alrighty, folks, I am maxed out of pushbacks. It is down to this final question. In architect, a mascaron is an ornament that resembles what? A face. Yes. 13 mil. Nice. Okay, folks, let's do it, shall we? We go to the final chase. $13 million. Okay. Well, with a smartphone version of the chase, I will not be having any extra head starts whatsoever. 2 minutes on the clock. What sort of item of clothing is a derby? Vest. Hat. There is not a Nobel Prize in which of these categories? Art. Which of these is not a noble gas? Noble gas. Argon. Hydrogen. What film was known in France as Les Dents de la Mar? Jaws. Yeah. Who captained the USA at 2022 FIFA World Cup? Brad Friedel. No, Tyler Adams. The word manufacturer comes from the French word for what? Made by man. No, made by hand. Which of these sizes of wine bottles is the largest? Sovereign. Yes. Which of these mountain ranges is closest to the Andes? Alps. No. What color are the letter G's in Google? Oh boy, blue. Yeah. Which Oscar-winning actress is a former Miss Ohio? Grace Kelly. Hail Berry. Which of these structures is the tallest? The Statue of Liberty? No, the Eiffel Tower. A biennium is a period of 2 what? 2 years. Malia and Sasha are the daughters of which former president? Barack Obama. Darts player Alan Norris has what nickname? Hurl. Chuck. Which of these American TV shows was not a spin-off? Falcon Crest. Something deemed socially unacceptable is beyond what? Beyond the sea. Beyond the pale. Which of these is an antibiotic rather than a painkiller? Penicillin. Which of these is a real technical and accurate job title? Futurologist. Whew. 10. And I am up against the Menace once again. 2 minutes on the clock. 10. What U.S. city's fire department has the websites lafd.org? Los Angeles. The Midgard serpent is a creature in what mythology? Norse. Who played 007 in Judi Dench's first James Bond film? Pierce Brosnan. Which tennis Grand Slam tournament is played in January? Australian Open. In 1999, what did Pantone crown color of the millennium? The chaser has passed. Ooh. Cerulean? Yes, that is correct. The black hole of Calcutta was in what kind of building? Pass. Yikes. The black hole of Calcutta. Prison? Yes, correct once again. Alright, something described as sibilant makes what sort of sound? The chaser for the 3rd time in a row has passed. Ooh. Hissing. Yes! Rhododendrons thrive in what type of soil? Slightly acidic. The town of Middelfart is a port in what country? Germany. And that is incorrect. I have never heard of the town of Middelfart, fellas. Denmark. That's correct. Oh, I gotta look that up. Yeah, right. Who sang lead vocals on the hits Sherry and Ragdoll? Frankie Howard. That is incorrect. Wow. Frankie Lane. No. Okay, I finally got it wrong. Oh boy. I don't have enough gold to utilize any pushbacks whatsoever. Gotta play it like the show. Which superhero group includes Robin, Cyborgs, and Starfire, the Titans? Which long-serving leader of Libya was overthrown in 2011? Colonel Gaddafi. Which word means talkative? Garrulous. The pulmonary artery carries blood from the heart to what? Lungs. Filipino Pedro Flores introduced which toy to America? Yo-yo. Which TV family's car folded up into a briefcase? The Jetsons. Which Australian-born film star has the nickname Arnie? Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Marathon des Sables is a race in what African desert? Sahara. Which vampire novel writer was born Howard Allen O'Brien? Anne Rice. Well, that was unreal, fellas. $13 million, and that was a heck of a pushback without utilizing any of the advantages in the final chase, fellas. And I still lost. Wow. I would have to say, this is perhaps the worst performance performed by the chaser, the Menace. And I still lost. I tried as hard as I could, fellas. Well, $13 million gone. But with that being said, folks, that was fun. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to support. I'm your host, DZPalomino, the Musketeer. And I'll see you guys in the next game show.